This is an Elvis Duran in the Morning Show online exclusive.
Hi, everyone. It's Danielle Monaro from Elvis Duran in the Morning Show, and I am hanging out with Kat Graham. You know her as Bonnie on Vampire Diaries, but there's a lot more to Kat Graham that we're going to find out about today. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. It's
So
very cool.
I feel like I've been listening to your music for a while now, honestly. I mean, I met you on the red carpet a while back, and we were talking all about Against the Wall back then.
Yeah, we were.
And now we're
really
on
cool.
another single. We've got Wanna Say.
Yeah, when I met you, it was the iHeartRadio Festival in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And at that point, we had released Graffiti, and we were trying to figure out what the next single was. Everyone kind of always thought it would be Wanna Say, but being able to shoot the video after I met you and for it to all come to fruition has been really amazing.
Now, what's the process? Because you do so many things. You're doing the acting, you're doing the singing. Like, what's the difference in the thought process when you're on set as to when you're doing your music?
Well, hopefully not that much, because I think that creatively it always comes from like that one place where you just desire to be honest in what you make and to kind of give your all 100% in whatever format it is, because sometimes I write love songs like I Want to Say, and then sometimes I write heartbreak songs like Heart Killer, and it's the same thing in acting. Sometimes I'm all about love, and sometimes I get a little angry in the character. So if it comes from an honest place, I think that the process isn't that different.
So now you're saying an honest place. So are all the songs on the album? If I point to a song and I go, "Who's that about?" Will you say, "Oh, that's about so and so"?
I will. I am pretty private about people, but I have.
Yeah,
I have a couple people that.
Do they know? Like,
I'm not Taylor Swift. No, they don't know who the songs are about. They don't know. I mean, I feel like if you listen to a couple, they'll know. Like, Wanna Say is obviously about my guy Cottrell. So is Graffiti because he's in the video.
Right.
Heart Killer is about. Heart Killer. Heart Killer.
Come on, you can tell us.
Is about someone in the industry that got a little cocky.
Oh, really?
But I won't ever say.
That could be about anybody.
It could be about anyone. They're all like that. They're all shady.
Do you let your friends on the set of Vampire Diaries listen to your music?
Yes, we actually play the new mixes when I get them in hair and makeup, and they dance around and they get into it.
So they're very supportive.
Very, very supportive. I mean, Nina was the first person to know when I got my deal, and Paul Wesley and his wife Tori are just very supportive, and they've watched the video over and over, and they're just amazing. So yeah, I have a great support system.
Have you performed on the show? Because I don't remember. I've watched the show since the beginning, but I don't remember.
No. I've actually done. I did a garage garbage cover for Only Happy When It Rains for I think it was season 2.
Okay.
And I just did that specifically for the show, but I do try and keep the two separate because the character has its own energy and then I have my own thing, so I do keep them separate.
I guess the singing witch probably, that's not the next spin-off.
No, I don't. I mean, if I did like a biopic or something like that where I was a character and sang in the character's way of singing,
right?
Then that's one thing, but I never really saw the character that I play a vocalist. No, I do.
Now, who do you want to work with? Like, everybody has a dream of collaborating with certain people. Who does Kat Graham want to work with?
Gwen Stefani.
That'd be awesome.
Pharrell, anyone that like loves a good drum beat.
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many.
How about Pink?
I love Pink.
I could see you working with Pink.
I love Pink. She's awesome, and she's just got this like husky thing. And my voice is slowly getting huskier and huskier as I get older and sing more. So I feel like it'll just eventually go down super husky route.
Now, do you have to take like lessons to preserve it, or have you ever taken voice classes?
Yeah, I work with Roger Love. I don't know if you've heard of him. He does a lot of stuff with the Glee Kids.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's been amazing. And I remember Carly Rae walking out of there right before I walked in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you're just coaching everyone. No, he's absolutely amazing. I encourage everyone to work with him. He's great.
Now, you get excited when you see someone like Carly Rae coming out of the studio. Do you I mean, you're around all these celebrities all the time, and you're in that circle, musically and on, television and film and stuff. Do you get excited still when you're like with a Carly Rae Jepsen or like a Taylor Swift type person?
Well, even at the iHeartRadio Festival, I got excited when when Prince came out with Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige. I got excited when Taylor came out and brought all her furry friends in costume. I get excited like a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a young girl, and I like to see people that I listen to on the radio in shows and performances. I mean, I don't know if it's starstruck. I'm more along the lines of intrigued of how they write songs and what their favorite songs are, or what they focus on when they're putting a show together. I'm more intrigued as to what their process is, more than, oh my God, they're a big star.
Right. I got it. All right, well, so we got to talk about Vampire Diaries just a little bit.
That's fine.
So let's talk about Bonnie, who I think is the center of the show this
That's
season.
very sweet.
Don't you? I mean, you're all over.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this show. I don't know if I'm the center of it.
Every time I do, I feel like when I'm watching, it's all about you and your crazy magic that's going on right now.
Yeah, we've definitely had a big year for the character. It's been a lot of twists and turns and introducing new characters to further the development of her. So it's been a big year.
Now, I know that she's going a little nutty with it's not dark magic. You call it expression on the show, right?
Right, yeah.
So I'm totally convinced that it's because Bonnie hasn't gotten any in a long time. Because she used to date Jeremy, right?
No
but
comment.
since Jeremy, she hasn't gotten any. So if you were getting some, you wouldn't be so angry and the magic wouldn't be going all over the place.
I think that's a great philosophy. I'll bring it to the writer's attention.
Let them know. I'm telling you, I bet I'm not the only one that notices. She's,
Yeah, she's
Pent up energy.
She's got a little pent up frustration. I mean, it could be because of her parents or because of the fact that everything's kind of gone awry, but it could also be because of her sex life.
I think so.
Don't know.
I definitely think so.
I don't know.
I think Jeremy, though, I think you two are going to get back together.
Really?
I think
that
Bonnie
would
and
be
Jeremy.
really cute.
Yes.
I can't say whether we do or not, but I love working with Stephen McQueen, and the characters have such an innocence together,
Yeah.
kind of this young puppy love thing, which I think is really cute, and a
And
lot
the
of girls
fans
can
call
relate
you
to.
Baramy.
Baramy. Well, we
Yes.
have a few. We have Bayman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do these shipping names where they bring it together.
Right.
Like the Brangelina or...
Crazy. Well, you're fans of the Cat Graham Army, right?
Yeah. Thank you for knowing that. You're
Of
the first
course.
person that called them by name.
And they say that you are like one of the nicest people, that you take the time for them, that you sign the autographs, that you take the pictures, and you're always a very caring artist. And, unlike some that just run in, you really do take the time.
Well, I was a fan of
Right.
somebody, and I remember I've only written one fan letter to one artist, and it was to Moby.
Oh no. Little Baldy Moby.
Little Baldy Moby, and I was obsessed with him, and I wrote him one fan letter, and it was probably like 3 pages long, and I never got a response.
Oh.
And then I asked for one picture from one artist. Moby might have never gotten the letter, but I went to one artist who had a big record at the time, and I won't say who it is because I might meet her.
Okay.
And she might punch me. But I asked for one, and I've never asked for a photo with any celebrity ever.
Okay.
As a fan, I just haven't. And she said no. And I just remember I just never got over it. And it was like 10 years ago, but I just never, ever got over it. And I promised myself that if I was ever in a position where anyone was a fan of mine, whether it was one person or 50, that I would always take the time to get to know them, figure out where they're from, figure out what their dreams
That's
are,
awesome.
their goals. And it comes from a place of me not having that when I was a kid. I didn't have anyone to connect to, and I was so inspired by their music, and I connected to it. I wanted to be connected to them, even in a little bit, like even just
Right.
like a signed autograph or just a stupid photo, but I would have framed it, and I would have put it on my fridge to this
Aw.
day. But I think it's important.
I think that, also that's what makes you. I mean, these are the people who buy your CDs, buy your stuff, go to see you in concert. And if those are the people that you're not nicest to, then, what do you have really, right?
Yeah, and it's beyond like money and success. It's how you want to, like, if you were to like not like if it were to all end tomorrow,
Yeah.
and nobody played my records, or I was off a TV show and I didn't do any film or nothing, and it was all gone. What would people say about you? Would they say like, "Oh, you were cool. Like I
Right.
really enjoyed working with you when you were, doing all that stuff," or are they going to say, she was kind of a bee?
Right.
I don't.
You could say bitch. It's okay.
I can say bitch.
I say it all the
I don't
time.
know. I'm in Mickey Mouse building. I don't know. I don't know what I can say.
We say bitch all the time. Oh,
Okay.
please. I've got the worst mouth around here. So it's
Really?
okay. Yeah.
You've got the Bronx going on.
There you go.
I'm just ready for it to come out.
There you go. All right, before you go, I have
Okay.
to ask Stefan or Damon, in your personal opinion.
My personal opinion, it depends on the episode, because there's some where
Really?
I'm just like, go Damon, go. And then there's others where I'm just like Stefan, and there's times where I'm like, dude, move out of that town. Get rid of both of them. They're both trouble. So I think it just depends on the episode. I remember I said for one specific episode, Delana, and it just created a war, and I wasn't clear enough that I meant for that episode.
Right.
And they think you're a quote-unquote shipper. It just really depends on the episode.
Wow.
It really does.
All right, I'm still going to be Team Damon forever, so.
Ian is a heartthrob.
He really is.
He really does get you.
I want him as Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey.
I would love him in every single role, period. I think he could play anything.
He's awesome. All right, so Cat Graham, Wanna Say is the new single.
Yes.
Against the Wall is the...
It's the EP.
Do we say CD anymore? We don't, right? We say
Well,
EP?
it's an EP. I wouldn't say it's exactly
full CD.
an album. We are
Okay.
going to do an album, but right now it's just the EP. And then
Okay.
Wanna Say has its own EP with just full of remixes and cool stuff. So.
And iTunes is where we can get all
And
of
iTunes
it.
is
Thank you so much, Cat Graham.
you so much
You're
for having me.
welcome. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.